Hi, today I will be talking about my Dell Optiplex 790 build and all the pros and cons of it. And I'll start off with my specs and the stuff I did. I decided to go with a AMD RX 580. I found a used one off of eBay for around about $100. So far it works pretty good. I was kind of reluctant when I bought it and thought it wouldn't work, but it turned out to be just fine. The video where I got all this from a channel called Tech Yesterday. I bought the PSU they had in the description, which is this one right here, but it would not hook up to the old hard drive that came with the Dell Optiplex 790. So that was kind of a waste of money. I think this one works with an SSD card, but I'm probably gonna buy one in the future, so maybe it would work. So instead I went with the RX 730 SS Raidmax, and it hooked up everything fine. I like it much better than the cheap Chinese one I got, and I think it works great. Biggest challenge in this build was taking out the hard drive cage. I didn't expect I'd have to manually take it out with the drill by taking out the bolts on the sides, but once I got that done, I was able to fit my card in. But if you don't have a drill, then this build is going to be hard to do. I managed to put my hard drive up here. I don't really like it up here, but it works for my needs. Once I get an SSD card, I don't know. I'll probably put an SSD card right up here in this spot. I think that would work pretty well. I'll be able to connect everything fine and easy. Oh, it is a little bit there. This was my first time making or upgrading a PC. I wanted to upgrade it from CyberPower pre-built PC that I had that's garbage. So glad I got this build. A new PSU I got was a bit a pain to get in because I had to jiggle this, that's the word, little mechanism that keeps it in. So I had to mess around with that so I could fit it in, since it was a little bit bigger than the Chinese PSU I got. So that went pretty good. Processor, when I got it, it was pretty dirty. I cleaned it and everything, and it worked fine. So good on that one. I will say though, when I've run a lot of tests on it, and the graphics card works pretty well. Pretty well indeed. It runs Fortnite at 144 FPS easily. Run most graphic intensive games. The only thing is the processor. So if you're not recording videos or streaming or editing or plan to with this PC, then it's really good. But I've tried to record stuff at pretty high quality, good 1080 HP quality, or HD. And I can get about up to 35 bit rate, which is pretty good. But 35 bit rate's not that good, and it can lag the game sometime because, a lot of CPU processing going on there. For this build, if you're going to do it, I'd highly suggest getting an SSD card, because the hard drive that came with the Dell Optiplex 790 was only 300 gigabytes, which is barely any, and wasn't enough. So I ended up taking my old hard drive from my CyberPower PC, which is 1 terabyte, and put it in here, and ended up booting up, and it works pretty good. I needed this space. When I put an SSD card in, I'll probably get faster boot times, and I won't have to worry about that problem. Going tests, the CPU when overclocked, doesn't seem to overheat too much, which is good. Problem I had with with the GPU is that getting drivers for them. I could not find a good driver to turn on the fans. So right now I'm using MSI Afterburner, putting the fans on auto, and that works pretty well. But until then, I'll just keep using MSI Afterburner. So that works pretty well. Everything connected fine. I got good cable management. Right here I used a zip tie, because why not? And one of the problems some people have been talking about is the SATA cord right underneath the processor. I was able to bend it a little bit, so that worked out. It wasn't too bad. But what I would do, I might in the future buy like an L-shaped SATA cord so it can fit under the graphics card pretty easily. So that's pretty good. I'll get that done easily. I got this for pricing. The Optiplex 790 was $115. Got 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's good. Paid $60 for this PSU because I needed something that would actually connect to my hard drive. And I paid $100 for this graphics card. So in total, it was around $280-ish. And for its price, I think I got the performance I want. I probably add a few things in the future, like, of course, I mentioned before, the SSD card. And that's probably about it. If you're looking for a good PC that can handle recording and editing, I would probably not buy this, because the processor is really old since it's an i7 2600, and I've had some trouble getting it to record good quality, so I wouldn't get that. But if you intend to not record and just play by yourself, this thing is pretty good.